Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the week of October 11th. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Aries, I am not doing personal readings, so if you get a DM from somebody, that is not me. That is somebody impersonating me, and they are very convincing. They look exactly like me, but they are trying to scam you and take your money. So just keep that in mind. There has been one going around. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. If this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, let's see what we have here for you, Aries. All right. Make sure everything is in view and we'll get right into it for you. All right, I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Six of Cups. So this could be someone returning from the past year. This is heavily associated with ex-lovers, previous people you were previously in relationships with. It could also be a family member you've been apart from coming back in, or a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. Something like that. This would be like a childhood friend almost. Brother, sister, sibling type of energy as well. Anything like that. Maybe you're coming back into contact with somebody from your past. My whole spiel about the exes is, your ex is your ex for a reason. And if this is someone that hurt you in, different ways, then, I can't tell you what to do, but just keep that in mind. Okay, I think you get what I'm trying to say here. So regardless, right away in the middle you have the Three of Wands. So what you could be doing is strategizing and deciding, am I going to take this person from the back from the past? Am I going to go into a situation that feels familiar? What could also be happening is just that. There could be a situation coming back around, and in your mind you may be like, what, this seems like I've already done this before. Cycles repeat until you complete the cycle, until you learn the lesson. And the universe will keep providing you with tests until you pass or fail, right? And that's kind of what I'm feeling here from this Three of Wands, where it's like this person here is looking out to the horizon and they're thinking like, what's next for me after they've achieved initial success? Now, the other thing is this could be indicative of travel. You can see this person's they could, in some ways, you can consider them waiting for the ship to come in, that they then get on to then go somewhere else. And so it can be a card of travel. It really just depends on the situation. I really feel like, though, you're sort of strategizing and deciding if you're going to repeat something with someone or even a situation. Now, in the past, you have the Five of Swords, the Judgment, and the Temperance card. So this Five of Swords here is a card of defeat or loss. Now, the thing about the Five of Swords that I like to say is this is something that's completely recoverable. And I will say, the collective, you're one of the last readings I'm doing. And a lot of people, in fact, almost most people have gotten this Five of Swords in some capacity. I use multiple decks, so it's not a challenge. It's not an issue of shuffling. I feel like there's grief or something like this going on at a collective level right now in the beginning of October. It feels very heavy. Some of you may just be dealing with that. Some of you may be just dealing with some sort of loss here. Now, this is in the past though, so it's already happened. I'm not foretelling this. But you also here have Judgment, this is a card of karma. This is a card of kind of self-evaluation, or rather self-reflection it's actually more about like self-evaluation, actually, now that I just said that, because this is the last card before you hit the world card. And so it says that it's like, what do you need to do to get to the world? And this is actually fitting really well with this reading. What is it that you need to do to complete the cycle? Because right now what I feel like is going on here is the universe is giving you another test. Okay, this test is one that you've had already with the Six of Cups, and the Judgment card is like, all right, what can I do to get myself over the hump? What can I do here to move forward? The Judgment's a very good card. It does suggest a new beginning. It does suggest an awakening. But oftentimes when we're in those like self-evaluation modes, it's a very sort of cathartic, sort of very like serious type of thing. But it ultimately leads us to a victory. That's what the Judgment card's all about. And you also here have the Temperance card, which is a card of, oh my gosh, patience, balance, moderation. I just combined three words into one thing: patience, balance, moderation. And I feel like you are sort of balancing out your fire and your water here as you deal with this situation that you're thinking about, this cycle that you're thinking about completing, or thinking about how you can complete it. Now, in your current situation, you have the Star, the Three of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So I love that for you. That looks very good. Like I said, this is typically, I feel like in this case, this is researching, but this could also be initial success, as I've talked about. And to get it with the Star is a very good sign. This is hope and optimism for the future, but this is also representing a wish come true, or a wish granted here. The person on this card is a genie. They grant wishes. And Aries, for you, there could be one of those coming in here. I do feel like something's going to come around. I do feel like there's going to be a sense of hope and optimism for this situation and this cycle being completed here. It also could mean that you might be in the spotlight or the limelight in this week in some capacity. It just may mean that like there's some attention being drawn to you in some way. We'll have to clarify to see what may be coming in for that. But you also here have this King of Pentacles, which is somebody who is wealthy, somebody who is successful, but they've achieved that by sticking to the routines. And it's this energy of if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of energy with this King of Pentacles. So for you, it's like, are you going to, the problem for the King of Pentacles is they do the same thing so much that they don't really experience new situations. And so for you with the Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles, my intuition's really saying like, are you going to stay in the past? Are you going to stay in the old cycle that keeps coming in? Or are you just going to try something new? I feel like you're going to try something new, or at least that's what you want. In the future, you have the Eight of Swords, the Empress, and the Strength card. Eight of Swords, you can't really see the road ahead. Okay, this person's clearly blindfolded. They're in some sort of sword imprisonment, which represents an imprisonment of thoughts, their own sort of situation, self-imposed restrictions. They are sort of handcuffed, they are sort of blinded, but they can easily get themselves out of it. Okay, and that's what I feel like this message is coming in for you to tell you here. And for you, it's like you're looking for new experiences. I think you're going to do that because you have this Strength card as well, which is somebody who is courageous, somebody who will try something new, someone who will be bold, take bold leaps of faith, and move forward with energy. This is the energy of energy. And just having that sort of situation happening here. You also have this Empress card, which is abundance. This is a harvest. This is fertility. Seeds that you've planted a long time ago, ripening and ready to provide for you here in the future. It's also the mother archetype. Some of you may be dealing with the feminine in some way, whether this is your own energy, or maybe a mother or sister, something like that, maybe a friend here with the Six of Cups, where you're just like, I don't know. Let's go ahead and start to clarify this. Now, if you're enjoying this, please do hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment to let me know what you think, and maybe consider sharing this with a friend who would find this interesting. I also, Aries, just really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope things are going well for you. Let's see what else we have here for you, Aries, and we'll pull some oracle cards here. Okay, you have Sanat Kumara, light activation. Shine your light, your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So that's a strong card. That is the leader of the Keepers of the Light, according to the author of this Oracle deck. So it's always like an activating type of energy. Wow. The Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Got a major ear pop as I pulled that. This is I always say with this card, this has been a strong influence in my life when I've pulled this. I've seen, schedule changes occur. People come into my life that were meant for me, or at least delivering a message for me that I needed to hear. Big changes when the Divine Director comes in. Love that card. And you also have Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Okay, so yeah, look, you're ready to take new action. With the King of Pentacles influence and the Eight of Swords, you're going to get yourself out of that imprisonment here. Big happy changes. Love to see that. Let's see what else we have. Wait, okay. And trust. Okay. So let's see here. So I love to see big happy changes. Wait and trust. With the Divine Director, that is a card of trusting that the universe is guiding you, trusting that you are guided and that you are protected and that you are provided for, and that just know that sometimes cycles do need to be completed, and sometimes people do need to sort of fall away from our circle, and that's okay, because not only are you evolving, but you're also helping them evolve. And that's just part of it. That's just part of it. So let's see what else we have here. All right. You have the Four of Pentacles. You have the World. And the King of Pentacles. So we have the King of Pentacles coming in twice. And the Temperance card. So with this weight energy here and the King of Pentacles and the Temperance, I almost feel like then we have that balanced out here with the call to action. I almost feel like the wait is over. Like I almost feel like you have been in wait and see mode a little bit too long. What's really, really interesting, and this rarely happens, is you have the Judgment and the World. So those cards come one after the other. I went into that whole spiel about how the Judgment is self-evaluation, looking at what you need to do to get yourself to the World. Well, there you are. That situation, you're doing that. You are completing this cycle, and I was feeling cycle energy with this Six of Cups this entire time. I was feeling like this is a test. Okay, this is a test from the past coming back in. Will you pass? Will you fail? Not to put pressure on you. It's not like that. It's more of just this is sometimes how the universe works. I do see you doing this. You also have the Five of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So perhaps a fear around losing money or losing something. You could also be fearing losing this person, losing someone, and that's what's keeping you in the cycle that you're in. So you have the King of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Devil. Yeah, it's time. It's time to get out. Time to get out. I don't know what it is that you're getting out. We'll have to keep moving forward and see what else wants to come forward. But there's also Capricorn energy. The Devil is our shadows. I like to always say it's a card of our shadows, where like you're just dealing with the repressed parts of yourself, like the hidden parts of yourself here. And with the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from someone, okay? You're either walking away from someone or a job or a situation. This could be a sister, could be a mother, could be a friend, could be a colleague. But you are taking an empowered step forward towards the Nine of Cups, towards your dream, and almost going through a dark night of the soul type situation that's going to provide you with a major catalyst for healing. And you're ready for this with the King of Cups. King of Cups is ready, okay? They will weather the storm, okay? They will weather the dark night of the soul here because they're in choppy waters. So you have, wow, you have the Eight of Swords clarifying itself. You have the Ten of Wands and the Four of Cups. Okay, someone's becoming a burden in your life. That Empress is becoming a burden. It could be your mother, it could be your sister, it could be your friend, colleague. The thing is, with that 10 of Wands, like, you are taking your wands and moving forward. Each wand that person is carrying is knowledge or skills gained along the way. And you're taking that with you as you move ahead. There's this Eight of Swords situation clarifying itself. That's the universe doubling down on its initial message, saying, pay attention. At the end of the day, you're steering the ship here, okay? You're either going to keep yourself in the imprisonment or you're going to get yourself out of it. And that's how the cards are appearing here. You also have this Four of Cups, which is really there might be an element of boredom here. This person's sitting under a tree. They are apathetic. They are bored. And what they really want is to be able to find this cup, this alternative cup, or this alternative solution being provided by the universe. I'm here to tell you, Aries, that it's there. It's available. The question is, will you take it? Will you reach out and grab it? So let's see what else we have. I feel like that alternative cup represents the new cycle that's being started here for you. Okay, you have child. Yeah, someone from your childhood or your past. Toil and labor. Yeah, mature woman. Message. Mature man. False person. Wow. Look, the imprisonment is like the Eight of Swords card. It's a metaphorical prison. It's not actual jail or anything like that. So don't get stressed about that. It's feeling trapped, okay? You're feeling trapped here about someone, by someone, with mature woman and mature man. It could be your parents. It could be anybody like that. It could be, I'm getting strong feminine energy, like it's, a feminine in your life. But you're done working hard for somebody who doesn't appreciate you. You're done giving too much. There's this false person appearing here. It's a major test being provided for you from the universe. View it as a gift, Aries. View it as a gift. You're delivering the message and you're moving forward. So I love this for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. I also want to say I'm very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.